You are listening to 93.9 Dublin South FM.
Broadcasting from the Dundrum Town Centre, this is Dublin South FM.
Good afternoon, I'm Charmine Colvin, and here is the weekly news roundup on 93.9 Dublin South FM. With only 2 days to go, India's 2024 general election will be the world's biggest election ever, with around 969 million citizens eligible to vote. That's roughly 1 in 8 of the global population. Voting takes place in several places across India, starting on the 19th of April to the 1st of June. Results will be revealed on the 4th of June. Voting is staggered to ensure that there are enough security staff at polling stations. Millions of electronic voting machines will be made available to voters who can choose their preferred candidates or opt out completely. 13.4 million Indian citizens living abroad will also be able to cast a vote, but must first register and return to India to do so. Currently, there are 543 elected MPs in the Lok Sabha, the lower chamber of India's parliament, and an individual coalition or party needs at least 272 seats to form a majority to govern. Members of the Lok Sabha are elected for a 5-year term to represent a single constituency. In addition, 131 seats are reserved for MPs from scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, groups that are officially recognised as disadvantaged and make up about a quarter of India's population. A law passed allocating a third of seats to women has not been enacted yet. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is looking to secure a third term for his government, with polls suggesting Modi and the BJP as front runners. The main challenge is a coalition of political parties headed by the Indian National Congress, the biggest opposition party. More than a dozen parties have joined it to form India, the Indian National Developmental Inclusive Alliance, of which children of former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi are involved. Security forces claim to have killed 29 Maoist rebels in the central Indian state of Chhattisgarh, the highest number of Maoist casualties in recent years. The incident occurred in Kanka, close to Bastar, which is a stronghold of the rebels. The clash broke out during the search operation by forces who were acting on a tip-off about the presence of leaders from the banned Communist Party of India, Maoist, in Kanka. The Maoist insurgency began in the West Bengal state in the late 1960s and has since spread to more than a third of India's 600 districts. The New Delhi Foreign Minister has said that the deaths of more than 12 young people from India living in the US is a big concern. Minister Subrahmanyam Jaishankar noted that the cases do not appear to be interlinked and that Indian embassies and consulates in the US have looked at each case closely but have failed to see anything connecting them together. With over 1 million citizens currently studying overseas, embassies have been advised to make students aware of potentially dangerous areas of US cities. The Times of India has reported that 11 Indian citizens have died under mysterious circumstances within 1 month in the US. Officials from India may soon be able to meet the Indian crew who are on a ship seized by Iranian troops. 17 of the 25 crew members on the MSC Ares, a commercial ship with links to Israel, are Indian. Iranian special forces captured the ship last Saturday off the coast of the United Arab Emirates, hours before Tehran launched an attack on Tel Aviv. Iran launched hundreds of aerial drones and missiles at Israel in an unprecedented attack which has escalated tensions between the countries. Israel say 99% of the weapons were intercepted. India has called for an immediate de-escalation of hostilities between the two countries and asked them to step back from violence. Iran has spoken with Indian Foreign Minister Jaishankar and say they are following up on the details of the seized ship but have not yet mentioned a timeline. 2 criminal gang members have been arrested for a gun attack on Bollywood actor Salman Khan. The superstar, who has acted in more than 100 films, has angered the notorious Bishnoi gang by killing 2 antelopes more than 20 years ago. The gang belongs to a religious sect that considers the animal sacred. Khan was unharmed, but this incident is the latest in a series of threats the actor has received in recent years. The police say the pair responsible belonged to a criminal organisation formed by the now jailed gangster Lawrence Bishnoi. Khan was previously targeted for his alleged killing of blackbuck antelopes in 1998 while on location in Rajasthan. Khan, famous for films such as Tiger Zinda Hai, was handed a 5-year jail term in 2018 for poaching the protected animals, but his sentence was later suspended on appeal. So that's all from me. Tune in next week for more news updates on 93.9 Dublin South FM.